Emily Rhodes was the proud owner of a popular botanical shop, Bloom and Vine, nestled in historic downtown Savannah. Known for her infectious laughter, community spirit, and green thumb, Emily was beloved by locals. But beneath her sunny exterior, Emily harbored a dark past. A troubled marriage she had quietly ended just a year earlier. On the warm afternoon of September 9, 2015, Emily was found dead in the lush garden behind her shop. She had been strangled with a length of jute twine, the very type she sold for floral arrangements. Police arrived to a chilling scene. Emily was lying face up among a bed of marigolds, a scattering of crushed flowers suggesting a struggle. Her purse and personal items were untouched, ruling out robbery as a motive. One witness, a neighboring shop owner, reported seeing a man arguing with Emily behind the shop shortly before she was found. He described the man as stocky, wearing a baseball cap. Naturally, suspicion immediately fell on Emily's ex-husband, Graham Rhodes. Their divorce had been messy. Emily had accused Graham of emotional abuse and manipulation, and he had fought bitterly over their shared assets. However, when questioned, Graham presented an airtight alibi. He was attending a fishing tournament 3 hours away with dozens of witnesses. Investigators had to look elsewhere. Security cameras from a neighboring antiques store offered a breakthrough. Footage captured a blurry image of a man leaving the alley behind Emily's shop, shortly after the suspected time of death. Enhancing the footage revealed something peculiar: a tattoo on the man's forearm, a coiled snake. Detectives remembered that one of Emily's part-time employees, Caleb Voss, had a similar tattoo. Caleb Voss was a soft-spoken 23-year-old college dropout who had worked at Bloom and Vine for 6 months. He was known for being helpful but reserved. When brought in for questioning, Caleb was nervous and fidgety. Under pressure, his story about his whereabouts during the murder unraveled. Investigators learned that Caleb had developed an unhealthy obsession with Emily. Friends testified that Caleb often talked about Emily in a way that was borderline worshipful, calling her perfect and the only person who ever believed in me. When Emily gently tried to distance herself, limiting Caleb's work hours and encouraging him to find a new job, he took it as rejection. Consumed by feelings of betrayal and abandonment, Caleb snapped. On that fateful afternoon, Caleb confronted Emily in the garden. When she rebuffed his advances and told him to leave, he lost control and strangled her with the nearest object: garden twine. DNA evidence sealed Caleb's fate. Fibers from the twine found on Emily's body matched fibers found in Caleb's car. Moreover, Caleb's fingerprints were discovered on a broken flower pot at the crime scene. In court, Caleb's defense team painted a picture of a mentally unstable young man who didn't fully comprehend his actions. But the prosecution emphasized Emily's terror during the attack and Caleb's efforts to cover his tracks afterward. In July 2016, Caleb Voss was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Emily's garden was turned into a memorial park by the city, complete with a bronze plaque honoring her life and love for plants. Each spring, the marigolds she adored still bloom, silent witnesses to the life and legacy of a woman gone too soon.